This video has been divided into 3 parts. Part 1. Why is nitrogen a critical element for plants? Part 2. Plants that require high nitrogen and plants that don't. Part 3. Homemade nitrogen fertilizers which are to be used only when your soil is deficient in nitrogen. Moving on to part 1 of the video. Nitrogen is critical in chlorophyll and amino acid building. It aids leaf production. A nitrogen-deficient plant will send the nutrient to young shoots first, and then to mature leaves. Dying mature leaves can be a sign that your plant needs nitrogen. Before we move on to part 2, if you haven't yet subscribed, kindly subscribe as it would be of great motivation to me, to make more such videos. Okay, part 2 of the video throws light on plants that require high nitrogen and plants that don't. Because nitrogen builds amino acids, nitrogen is great for leafy vegetables like kale, lettuce, and spinach in the growth season. Beets, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower also need high levels of nitrogen. Cucumber, carrots, fava beans, peas, radish, parsnip, and turnip do not. Nitrogen-rich fertilizers should only be used in the immediate lead-up to and during a plant's growth season. Signs of nitrogen deficiencies are yellow and withering leaves. If your basil leaves are turning black, it may indicate a nitrogen deficiency in the soil. Now, part 3. Homemade nitrogen fertilizers which are to be used only when your soil is deficient in nitrogen. The following recipes will produce fertilizers that are high in nitrogen with little of the 2 other macronutrients, phosphorus and potassium. They should be used only when the soil is deficient in nitrogen. Homemade nitrogen fertilizer number 1. Urine, a natural source of urea, and grass. This is the easiest fertilizer to make at home. Both key ingredients are readily available: grass and urine. Urine is an overlooked nutrient source that is too often wasted. Don't waste your grass clippings either. They are a good source of nitrogen. With an NPK ratio of 4% nitrogen, 2% potassium, 1% phosphorus, fill a 5-gallon bucket with grass clippings. Fill the bucket with water and leave for 3 days. Mix 1/4 cup of Epsom salt with 2 cups of urine. Add this to the grass clippings steeped in water. Strain the liquid and dilute it by half with water. Pour into a bottle ready to apply to the soil. Homemade nitrogen fertilizer number 2. Add 2 cups of used coffee grounds to 5 gallons of water. Leave overnight. Strain the liquid into a bottle and add to the soil or spray onto your plant's leaves. For plants that like a lower acid content, use decaffeinated coffee grounds.